Hello everybody, welcome back.
How's it going?
This was not the original video we were going to do today or tomorrow when it goes out. Or actually this video would have gone out Monday. It was preempted. You know, like in the soccer games when they go to extra time and they go to PKs, whatever is on the TV, whatever's supposed to be on the TV gets kicked to another station.
Of course.
This video was kicked to another day. So it's going to be a little bit different. We're just going to literally go over the couple highlights from the KC Orlando game because there was one highlight that was the highlight of all highlights in Sarah and I's opinion. And then we're going to talk about two other things that are going on and timestamps down below. My goal is to do like 3 or 4 minutes on each thing. So video isn't too long.
We'll see how that goes. First, we will be covering the Orlando Pride versus Kansas City Current game, a semifinal that was going to decide who was going to go to the final. It was a good game. It was a wild one. Marta did Marta things. What else is there to say?
That's the one highlight. I'll move on. Big win by Orlando. I mean, going into this game, I think I wanted Orlando Pride to win. But I'm going to be honest. I would have been happy either way. And I was telling Sarah this when we were watching the game. I enjoyed this game so much more than the Gotham game. Like, I just was an enjoyable game to watch because I wasn't stressed. Like, both these were winners to me.
Yeah, and I was rooting for Orlando to win. It wasn't as stressful as Gotham, but it was still like, woo, a bit nervy.
Yeah, it was especially the ending. And two things, going into this game, it was at Orlando. I wish I would have seen a few more people at the stadium there. I did see a lot of open seats. I mean, you have the best team, the Shield winners and everything. That was one thing. That was kind of a side note. But two, Kansas City really, 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 really wanted to win this game. Like, really. And mostly because, A, they wanted to win, but B, the final, it was going to be in Kansas City. So if they won this game, they would have gone to the final. It would have been in their home stadium. It would have been, their crowd is incredible. They would have really had the advantage. So they really wanted to win this.
And that did not happen for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for them, but
they really wanted to win. I think most people had Orlando to win, but it could have been close. I mean, it not only could it have been close, KC Current scored first. They were leading Orlando Pride in the 32nd minute. A gorgeous goal. Beautiful goal from Dabinia. I don't think a lot of people necessarily thought Kansas City was going to be one up at that moment, just because anytime you go up, you have the advantage. That was in the 33rd minute. But about 10 minutes later, Orlando does what Orlando does, and they scored a beautiful goal by McCutcheon. And at that point, to be honest, at that point I go, Orlando's coming back. Orlando is such a strong team. I don't know. I had a feeling the whole game that Orlando was going to win, and that was the start of the rally. And then in the 53rd minute, Banda scores an absolute laser. This ball, I think there was a hole in the back of the net for this goal.
Ooh, the power on that thing. Blasted, man. Just blasted.
No, I honestly think there was a hole.
The ball actually deflated after that kick.
Yeah, exactly. But Orlando Pride, at no point did I think they were losing the game. Now, at the very end, it came very close to them tying, but at no point did I actually think they were going to lose. But in the 82nd minute, something happened that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in this watching soccer.
I thought it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, ever.
The GOAT herself, Marta. I mean, the legend, Marta. 38 years old, Marta. She's playing with these defenders like they're little kids, like they're toys. The most beautiful synchronized. The
most beautifully synchronized tackle that ever happened. It was, oh my gosh, it was wild. I like watched that clip back like 100 times because the way she just takes it and then she out jukes them. They go down perfectly in synchronized.
Oh, then out jukes the goalie, then the other defender that came out. I mean, she took on 4 people like it was nothing. And she's 38 years old. That's not old, but for a soccer player, it's getting up there. It was incredible.
She absolutely schooled them, and it was so beautiful to see.
Sarah and I watched that clip about 1 million times. I mean, they replayed it about 1 million times. That could have been the highlight of the year, of the last few years. It was just, and it's Marta. You know, it's one thing, but Marta is doing these things, has been doing these things for 20 years, and it's just incredible to see. And she was so excited. Even the LIANNE, the commentator, was like, the goalie was, she stunned the goalie. I forget what she said, but that was so beautiful. I loved it. I could have watched that all day. We did watch it a million times, but I mean, that was the highlight of the game. Orlando was winning.
I mean, you couldn't have planned the synchronization. Like, I can't get over that.
Yeah. The two defenders, if they planned that, they probably couldn't have even gone that synchronized. Yeah. It was so synchronized, them going and missing Marta, but beautiful. And then, just like any fun NWSL game, just like any fun playoff game, there was a little drama. I would say a little drama at the end. First thing that happened, I like Danielle Chesky, but Orlando Pride almost got Cheskied.
Oh, no.
She was not messing around, even though I saw her and Marta kind of chumming around a couple times. First thing that happened, so going to stoppage time, 12 minutes were added on, and there were a couple people went down. I think Banda went down the 85th minute with an injury. Actually, that's one of the parts of the story. We'll see how she is for the finals, because we don't know. I don't have an update on her.
Better bring it. She better bring it.
So hopefully she's okay. So a few other things happened where, yes, there was a bit of time, but LIANNE was flabbergasted. She said 12 minutes. She literally said, where did that come from? Is that a made up number? Yeah. She could not believe it. It seemed a little strange, 12 minutes.
I don't know, 12 minutes was wild.
And I love LIANNE so much. She's so honest. Like, she says what she thinks, and she doesn't hold back, and I love that. But some wild things were kind of happening. I believe in, like, the 9th minute of stoppage time, there was a possible handball. So what they did at that moment, they let the play continue. Then a VAR suggested to Danielle Chesky to review the handball. And Casey Current down by 2. She went to it. She checked. LIANNE said, I think it's a handball. And Cheskied got it right. And at that point, PK for Kansas City.
And Vanessa DiBernardo connected and made the goal.
She made it. And Kansas City excited. At that point, does it look like you have enough time to tie? Maybe, maybe not. But you only need about a minute. Goes back, starts the new play. And I am telling you, there was 12 minutes of extra time. So when you go to these VAR checks and when you go to the PKs, it's at the referee's discretion how much more time are they going to add on to that 12 minutes because minutes had been elapsed. Danielle Chesky let it go and let it go and let it go. It ended up, I saw a comment online saying an extra 19 minutes. It was supposed to be 12 minutes. It was 19 minutes. And Kansas City came so close to scoring and tying at that, equalizing at that point. There was about 4 saves that the goalie made. It was crazy. I mean, even the Kansas City goalie was up playing offense. They came so close. The crowd, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Even the commentators were saying, it's time. It's time. And I was thinking, I honestly thought Orlando was going to get Cheskied at that point. I really did. Now, some would say, is that too much time? Was she giving every possible minute that, because what I've been told, you're not necessarily supposed to make up that time. It's supposed to be at the discretion. But was Cheskied taking it a little bit overkill?
It was wild, and it could have easily been, it could have ended in a tie. Oh, and then it would have ended in extra time, right? Yeah, so this could have been a different game.
Yeah. Thank God it wasn't, because I think Orlando really deserved it. But that was the game. Wild ending, super wild. It could have been, but they did not get Cheskied. That's my favorite thing ever since we read that comment. Getting Cheskied is my favorite comment. People are so excited about Orlando winning. I went, around the web and people are saying, Marta in women's soccer just had the sickest goal I've ever seen. Marta just John Wicked the F out of the defenders. I like that one. Magnificent from Marta. There can only be one Marta. People were loving it. And some comments about the ref not blowing the whistle. Did Cheskied lose the whistle? Cheskied, you fraud. I see that.
What does that even mean?
Why the hell hasn't Cheskied called the game yet? What is Cheskied waiting on? Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle, Cheskied. Need Danielle Chesky in prison. I'm so serious. No, that was a bit much. No prison time for her. But it came close. But so happy for Pride. Are they going to be the Shield and the champion winners? I hope so. I'm rooting for them. And what did you say when Washington Spirit beat Gotham?
I want Pride to take them down so hard and annihilate them.
So that is who we're rooting for. And it's actually, I told Sarah this, it's actually kind of fun to have a kind of team to root for too. Then again, I really enjoyed this game because I kind of was rooting for both teams. But what did everyone think? What was that ending? That ending had us screaming. It was one of the funnest 20 minutes. It was one of the funnest 20 minutes of the end of a game. Now, if I was a Pride fan, I would not be having a good time. But it was just such a fun game. I loved it. And if they would have gone to extra time, would have been fun. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about briefly is that the U.S. Women's National Team roster has just been dropped for the European Tour. I think that's what they called it. And some surprising additions and some surprising omissions. First thing that sticks out, no triple espresso. Not at all. They are not going to Europe this December. SOPHIA Smith has been injured. She really has been. She has been injured. Trinity is still playing in the NWSL playoffs, and she's had a back injury. And Mal, I don't exactly know what Mal is doing. I don't exactly know if Mal is injured, and they need rest too. They need some recovery time. I'm seeing this comment here. It says, "We're definitely not going to win against both teams with no triple espresso because the women's national team is playing the Netherlands and the Lionesses." And someone goes about triple espresso. They are dealing with postseason injuries in the press release. So the press release just said, they need their rest and recovery.
Rodman has a final coming up and she has back issues. No need to call her up and risk injury. It's obvious that Rodman, Smith, and Swanson are not being pushed out. They're probably the starting three for the next few years leading up to the next World Cup. But smart of Hayes to bring in new peeps for these friendlies. Now is the time to test players before solidifying the team for the World Cup. Man, I'm excited for this new phase of the U.S. Women's National Team, LFG.
But some fresh faces. We saw the first senior call-up for Ali Senator. I think you pronounce it Senator or Senator.
Is she a senator?
Yeah, she should be.
She's working undercover?
Well, she's a little young because that is why she hasn't gotten a call, because she was doing the U20 World Cup and that last international stretch with Iceland. That's what Emma Hayes, I believe she said that Ali Senator wasn't included because they just got back from the World Cup. She plays for Utah Royals. She's such an exciting player. She's a goal scorer. Exciting to see. And then also we're going to see Lili Yohannas, now that she has officially declared her Americanism. She's officially declared that she will play for United States. Obviously, she got a call. And then we saw one of your favorites over from the WSL, Manchester United's own PHALLON TULLIS-JOYCE.
Yes. Oh, I've missed her so much.
Yeah.
So glad to see her on this roster. She's so good.
She's so good. And I was thinking, the women, she plays in WSL, we're playing the Lionesses. Hey, she knows a lot of the European players now. So excited to see a lot of familiar faces from the last roster. Some faces we are not seeing that were included last roster. A few names like Casey Murphy isn't on this list. Olivia Moultrie isn't included. Haley Mace is not included. They were on the last call-up list. And the other person kind of notable is Ashley Sanchez. And a lot of Ashley Sanchez fans are kind of bummed because she's a fan favorite. I see her name in so many things, and it's hard. Maybe she didn't show what she needed to show in the camp last time, and that's hard because so many people love her and she's so good, and it's hard. And some people are saying Lili Yohannas actually kind of maybe took that spot that Ashley Sanchez would have had. So it's hard. But I guess you just want the best team out there. And then other names, like people are still talking about Ella Stevens. I saw a lot of comments that said, hey, where's Ella Stevens? Give her a chance. She's been killing it, you know?
What's up, Gothy?
Yeah. And who else? That is one name. So what did everyone think about that roster? Exciting. They're going to play England and the Netherlands. So that will be very exciting. Very last thing. So our last video, we talked about I still can't stop thinking about Kristie and Sam.
You mean breaking the internet?
Yes, totally. And so excited. A couple things happened. Not surprising slash surprising. I still can't wrap my head around how people think going out and expressing hateful things is okay. You know what I mean? The amount of hatred and vitriol and horrible things have been said about Kristie and Sam and the LGBT community in general is just, it has been overwhelming for everyone to see the amount of hatred out there. It's like you kind of expect some, but it really, I think, I don't know what has triggered so many people to say such hateful things.
I am so disgusted and disturbed, so I'm going to read from this headline. Soccer stars Sam Kerr and Kristie Mewis get homophobic abuse after sharing baby news. Very disappointing. There is no place in society for any form of discrimination, and we will not accept any abuse directed toward our players, staff, or supporters, a Chelsea spokesperson said. Soccer stars Sam Kerr and Kristie Mewis had the happy news of their forthcoming bundle of joy interrupted by a slew of homophobic comments. But despite their joyous Instagram announcement, which showed Kerr 31 kissing Mewis's bump, the couple were sent hateful messages. A Chelsea Soccer Club spokesperson issued a statement via Reuters regarding the homophobic online abuse the couple received, noting that the organization was aware of the comments and called it unacceptable and hateful.
And yeah, so that was from Chelsea. Basically expressing how much abuse that they have had on their socials about Kristie and Sam. They actually turned off their comments on Instagram, I believe deleted their Twitter post. And then She's a Baller, which is a women's soccer media company outlet, actually put a statement on their Instagram. I'm going to have Sarah read.
Yesterday, Sam Kerr and Kristie Mewis announced that they are expecting their first child in 2025, but following their announcement, they received online homophobic abuse, as a result of which Chelsea turned off the comments on their announcement post and eventually took their tweet down. It's in the face of such a beautiful moment for the pair, it's been awful to see how much sexist and homophobic negativity has appeared online. From us at the SAB team, we want to share the message that this is never okay and it won't be tolerated on our platform. We send our love to Sam and Kristie and can't wait to share the news of the arrival in 2025. I just can't believe the audacity of some mother people. I'm going to bleep myself because, I have a lot of bad words to say to these. Yeah, I can't believe it. Obviously I can't believe it, but why? Literally why? What does this have to do with anything in their lives? Why even comment something if you're just going to say something bad? Just these people someone needs to staple their lips shut and their fingers, glue them together.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are emboldened to say what they want. So as nasty as they want, as anything as they want. And at first I thought, well, maybe this is because the election of Donald Trump, where he gets to say whatever he wants, no consequences. He says hateful things. Then I thought a lot of these people saying things seem to be big Chelsea fans. And I go, well, maybe that's it. Maybe people hate Chelsea that much. They're finding anything to say negative about a Chelsea player. And then I just thought, one of the common threads is it seems that most of them happen to be probably straight males. It's like, are some straight males insecure? I mean, I don't know. Now, it's not all straight males, because we have great straight males who watch us and are very supportive of LGBT. So I'm not saying it's straight males, but a lot of them seem to be straight males. Not just that.
If you're would you say that to their face?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some people are so bold they freaking would, which don't. But what do people think they're gonna accomplish? What do the haters think they're gonna accomplish? Do they really think, oh, Sam and Kristie are gonna look at their comments and be like, oh my gosh, you're so right. I didn't realize this was wrong. I didn't realize two women shouldn't have a baby. God, they're so right. Let me just not have this baby anymore. You guys are so right. Like, what do they think?
Right. And even like on our video, we posted our video and we had so many, supportive message, comments on ours for Kristie and Sam. And then we've never gotten so many hateful comments about LGBT. It's like they came to find our video to comment about Sam and Kristie. And I think that was happening all over the web. And I will say this, some of them were vile and I deleted a lot of the message immediately. By the time this video goes up, I will probably delete most of the ones that are obviously homophobic. I left them up for a bit, maybe to show people, hey, this is what's going on. I deleted there was some really bad ones, but it's just so upsetting to think people just feel comfortable enough to say these things. And it's just I wanted to mention it because I've never seen that in our comment section, and I feel so bad for Sam and Kristie.
This should be the happiest, time of their lives, and it's just getting flooded with hate and disrespect and all sorts of just nastiness. And it's like,
Sarah and I'll say this and we'll go, but Sarah and I have talked about other soccer couple celebrities having same-sex, children, but it's just how famous Sam Kerr is. She plays for Chelsea. Kristie's American. I don't know if that's part of it. I think a lot of it has to actually do with Chelsea. Such the worldwide, everyone knows, whether you know Sam or Kristie, it covers so much part of the world that everyone knows. So many people know Sam Kerr and so many people know Chelsea. You know what I mean? So it sucks. And I wanted to mention it because, you think you come far and then something like this happens and go, oh, there's a lot of people against you, But the amount of love I did see for Sam and Kristie, people are obsessed. They're loving it. We are obsessed. We love it so much. And it's like, do these people have as much energy against LGBT as they would against a deadbeat dad? I don't see some people on deadbeat dad, other men on deadbeat dad forums saying those deadbeat dads are the worst thing ever. You're ruining married families. Why not have energy for something like that?
The thing that pisses me off is some people will be like, oh, I would rather, the dad be like a horrible person, the dad be a killer. Oh, and that's perfectly fine. That's normal. Oh, but two same-sex couple having a baby. Oh my God, that's illegal. Like what? That is so ungodly.
Yeah. It's just weird. Love always wins. I truly believe that. What does everyone think? 3 stories. Congrats to Orlando. They're going to play Washington Spirit, I believe, on Saturday. We're definitely rooting for Orlando. They're going to take it. And then the international break coming up in the roster, exciting roster. Even with this lineup without Triple Espresso, U.S. women's national team are unbeatable. Now, get me in 2 weeks after the games, 3 weeks. We'll see what happens. Also, Sam and Kristie hate that's going on from not soccer fans. They're against women. I truly believe that these people, most of them are just against women. Not even LGBT. LGBT, yes, but especially women, Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? We will be back soon. I'm not quite sure, but we have a couple videos lined up and definitely the finals, the NWSL finals this weekend. We'll be so excited. We will talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.